because someone's going.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Check back 33. Here we go, G. Bridgestone, travel. Me and you. It's just me and you. Ready.
He's got it to Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready, set. 57 the mic. Hey, Team 6. Give me that ball. Let's go.
3rd down, they'll throw with stick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. The 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His 2nd goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
64. Go. Alpha.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
On the set. 50, 50. Rip right. Ready.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quick.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Balaj. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Go.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in real.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. This one into the hands of the running back, Valage. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Under 10, take 3, 218, chop it. Hey, Echo. Get it.
They'll try and throw for it here. They'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. They think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Valage. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Caught, it's Wilson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Ready?
2nd down and goal. Stick escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Big stop, dude. Big stop. Let's go.
Stick back to pass. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you worked on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Running with Howard. Howard has the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jordan Howard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
Devontae Parker past the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Spike.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. They run it with Balazs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Devontae Parker, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check 99. Look at me. Zipper. Go.
Now Balaj. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll run here with Balaj. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to an 8-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. 50. Plant. Two drop Orchard. Get it.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's locked. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
6-6, pull it high.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. They go with Howard again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, here's Lindsey. And some room to roam now. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Stick from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
We got 4.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Clock now on first down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jerome Baker, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. This complete to Jones. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
60 or. Hey, team 6. But get it.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker, his 2nd sack of the night.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
At the 27-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant.
Nice 50. Who that?
Let go. Speed dribble.
Throwing again on second down. Lock looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. The tackle there by George Odom.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Stick. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Go.
On 4th down, here's Stick. Wilson's got it complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Let's put that team on the hook.
Topper!
Throwing on first down is Locke. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Christian Wilkins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Flush to his right. Finding room inside the 40. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Here we go.
Hey.
Watch Mike.
You gonna see me? Come.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stick looks to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 19. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
down. 30 base.
Use the mic.
6-man.
Snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. A lot going to throw it here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
They can't stop you, son.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young